Hello, everybody. I wanted to talk to you about the new All About Autumn suite that's in our Stampin' Up! Upcoming mini catalog. So technically, this new mini catalog is referred to as the September through December mini catalog. That's just a mouthful and not super specific. So I'll just refer to it as the holiday catalog. So All About Autumn is a new suite in our upcoming holiday catalog. And after 22 years of being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, this suite honestly is, in my opinion, the best one Stampin' Up! Has ever come up with. I love the bundle, the stamp set and coordinating dies, the papers. I just can't wait to show them to you. There's embellishments, an embossing folder, ribbons. It's like the whole package. Every single part of the bundle, or excuse me, the suite is something that I love and I have found so easy to work with. So I want to share these products with you in this video, but I also want to tell you about two different ways that you can make some cards with me. One is on September 16th. In Frankenmuth, I'm having a Stampin' Bingo event, an All About Autumn Stampin' Bingo event. And while, of course, you play some bingo games and get gifts and prizes, you'll also be doing 4 make and takes that are with this All About Autumn suite. Another way that you can stamp and use these products is with my card club. So my September card club is going to be these same 4 cards that I'm about to show you. So it's 2 different options. One is in person and involves Stampin' Bingo. So it's like a whole event and these are your make and takes. The other way is by mail, which is with my card club, my monthly card club. So either way, you're going to get to make these awesome cards and I just can't wait to show you. So I'm going to flip the camera and we're going to take a look at the products in the suite as well as these 4 gorgeous cards. All right, so let's go ahead and go through the different products that are part of the All About Autumn suite. And then the best part, I'll show you the 4 make and takes that you can either do at Stampin' Bingo, September 16th, or as part of my September card club. Okay, so this is the Distressed Tile 3D embossing folder. It's a little bit hard to see on the video, but I'll show you on some of the card samples what this pattern looks like. Then we've got these adhesive backed speckled dots, and hopefully that's focusing okay, and you can see maybe the little speckles on the dots. We've got copper clay, crumb cake, moody mauve, and mossy meadow. And so they all coordinate with the colors that you'll see in this product suite. Adhesive on the back is always a great thing because it makes it super easy to use. All right, let's talk about the ribbon. So this is a combo pack of ribbon, and you can see there's the thinner metallic copper ribbon. It's nice. It's very easy to work with. I found it really easy to work with. It's not stiff at all. It's very easy to tie and just use as a layer. And then the wider natural ribbon is part of that ribbon combo pack. So we've got an embossing folder, embellishments, ribbons, and then it just keeps getting better and better. This is the designer paper. It's called All About Autumn. It's a specialty designer paper. It's 6 by 6 and you get 48 sheets. So each of these that I'm going to show you, you get 4. It's a great package. Like I said, I just think this is the most gorgeous autumn stamp set or suite that Stampin' Up! Has ever come up with. So on one side, you'll see that it's like a photograph. And then we flip it over and there's some foiled specialty paper. So this is just a very vanilla with the copper foil. We've got some wood planks and then moody mauve with some copper foil. This one, the texture on here, I mean, it's a flat piece of designer paper, but the shadows, the textures, it looks like you should be able to just feel that fabric. So much fun. And then Pretty Peacock with the copper foil. This one's like an aerial view of a forest in the fall. Just all those different colors on the tops of those trees. And then Mossy Meadow with copper foil. This one. And this is copper clay with the copper foil. This one, again, so much depth and texture. It's just so cool. And then this one's got both Moody Mauve, Pretty Peacock, a tiny bit of Mossy Meadow, and then the copper foil on that as well. This one I just love. That, again, that aerial view from the top of these different pumpkins and gourds. So cool. A Pretty Peacock pattern, a bookshelf, copper clay with the foil. This one is just so realistic looking, isn't it? Like I feel like this is what it looks like when you're walking down the sidewalk, crunching those leaves underneath your shoes. So I love the Moody Mauve brought in here with the copper. It's really, really pretty. And there's another foiled piece. Check that out. Again, the texture is just insane. They've captured it so well. Foil on the back, you can see pick up. Oops, this one I had flipped. More foil. Another book. And then this one, isn't that just so pretty? Literally picture perfect. And foil. So you'll notice on all of these products, we've got Mossy Meadow, Pretty Peacock, Copper Clay, and Moody Mauve. So this is the basic color scheme for the entire suite. And I think you'll agree that it is just gorgeous. I love the Moody Mauve brought into these fall colors. Okay, so that's the designer paper. Like I said, 6x6, you get 4 of each, 48 sheets. Then we have this specialty paper that is 12x12. There's Pretty Peacock with copper foil, and then one that's just like tone on tone copper foil. I mean, it's showing how it's reflecting, but honestly, it is so gorgeous in person. So much more than this is even showing. But just really, really fun. You'll see it on some of the projects I'm about to show you. And then, of course, the crown jewel of the suite is always the stamp set, and in this case, dies. So we've got 12 different images here, photopolymer. We've got some greetings, and then you've got some leaves. And it's kind of cool the way you can kind of see the leaves aren't just like a flat look. When you stamp them, and you'll see on the projects, you get a lighter ink where it's kind of shaded in, and then the more detail will show up a little bit darker. As well as these pieces, they kind of look like twigs or branches or something, but they're the vein parts of the different leaves. So again, you'll see those on my samples. Then there's dies, like a whole mess of dies, which you can see here. So we've got the basic ones that cut out the leaves that come in the stamp set, you know, so those just cut those out. Then you've got these, and I'm going to show you a sample where I cut this shape just from some designer paper and some cardstock to get the different leaf shapes. You've got these two that give some texture to the cards just with these little dotted lines. And then there's 2 frames here. Can see those. And then these pieces, again, just like these stamps, these are like the veins, the detailed portions of the leaves. So bundle, embellishment, ribbon, embossing folder, papers, so many things. That's the All About Autumn suite. Now let's pull in these samples so I can show you what you're going to make either at the Stampin Bingo event, September 16th, or with my September card club. So on here, this one opens like this. So we've got an inch border on the side with some of the foiled designer paper. Of course, another piece of designer paper here, and the one in the background with more copper foil. You've got that stitched label here, some of that copper ribbon, a few of the speckled dots embellishments. And then you can see on this leaf, if you look carefully, there's the darker thick line of the leaf, but then inside it's still got some of that copper clay. It's still shaded in a little bit. And like I said, you can see that on the image here, that it's going to have that ink showing up in the background. So that's kind of cool. It's a different, it's a pretty unique look. And then I took the die, this one here, and used some of the designer paper and added that detail, that leaf, vein of the leaf through there. So this is one of the make and takes. Here is the next one, using a different leaf, of course, and the main color on this is Mossy Meadow. So again, we've got some of the foiled paper, ribbon again, the speckled dots again. On this one, I added the Mossy Meadow layer that's embossed. So hopefully you can see the detail a little bit of that distress tile embossing folder. And then what I like about this card, I wanted Mossy Meadow and Copper Clay on the background. I felt like that's really what framed and set off the Very Vanilla, but I wanted the Very Vanilla to be the part that opened so I can stamp or write a greeting on the inside on that lighter cardstock. And so I did those layers there and then just made the card part that opens a little bit smaller to fit on those layers. So that's Make and Take number 2. Then we've got this one. So you might notice I focused on Copper Clay with this one. I focused on Mossy Meadow with this one. This one is my Pretty Peacock card. So the card base is Pretty Peacock. I did use all 4 colors of the designer paper on the background there. And then this is that die I was talking about, where I just took this and cut it on cardstock and then some designer paper. I like how it gives you that detail. I popped this one up, added one of the embellishments, and then you might notice the stitching along the bottom of the vanilla. That's just this die here. Super easy to do. Ribbons, embellishments, I think I said all that. So this is the 3rd Make and Take. And then I think the next one might be my favorite. I don't know. I don't know if I can actually say that because I just really like all of these. But I think what I'd love is just pulling in that Moody Mauve on autumn fall cards. So you'll see on here, designer paper, some of the designer paper with the copper foil, stitched label. You can see the embossing maybe a little bit more on this card, some of those speckled dot embellishments, and then the leaves over here. So I stamped this one in Moody Mauve. I cut the vein pieces out with some of the foiled designer paper. And then we've got this from the specialty paper, another designer paper leaf. This one, I stamped the leaf and then I just did the vein to add that detail with different shades. So lots of different looks that you can get. So these are, I'm trying to see if I can squeeze them all in here for you to see. These are the 4 Make and Takes. And like I said, you can participate in Stampin Bingo in person if you would like to and you're local. That's on September 16th. Otherwise, you can get these cards, Make and Take supplies through my September card kit. Now, each of these, the event and the card club have different, details and all of that. So I will share that with you with some links here. And you can go and look at the specific details that you need for whichever option you're going to choose. I will say that the Stampin Bingo that's on September 16th, registration is quickly approaching. That deadline is August 31st. Okay, so if you have questions, reach out. You will not be disappointed investing in any of the All About Autumn product suite. It's gorgeous and just makes beautiful, beautiful cards. So look for more details. Thanks so much for watching, and I can't wait to stamp with you soon, whether it's in person on September 16th or virtually through my September Card Club. All right, have a great day.